I think artists have a job to communicate what's in their heart. People have a job to perceive that the way they want. Scientists need to try and test information, pass it on to other people. Political people have to make their points and try to decide how we want our culture to work. All those people cross-pollinate and work together, but there needs to be a purity to art, and you need to be speaking from your heart and not for a movement.
An idea grabs you, when you're a writer or performer or a comedian or whatever it is, and you have to follow the idea. And you have to let it take you where it's going, and your mind gets to expand from it, and then you work on it, and you bring your craft to it, and your skill and all of that. And I think that's like an essential starting point for an expressive person, an artist, let's say. And if you have an agenda, then you can do it artistically. You can do agenda artistically, for sure. But there's always kind of a little something stinking up the room. I feel like I'm being lectured a little bit. There's that lectury thing that comes in. And I think the minute that happens, people shut down. So I think it's a real delicate balance. And I think about this with my dad because, people will say to me, he changed my life or he changed my thinking or something like that. And I used to think yeah, he's out to change the world. And then I would hear him talk in interviews and he would say no, my number one job is to be a comedian and make people laugh. And I used to be that can't be true. You hammer people all the time with this stuff. So that's the thing though. I think you have to find the joy of the expression first and then hope that maybe it lands on people in such a way that they find themselves in it. And then maybe if you're lucky, a little light bulb goes off in someone's head in the audience. That's, for me, I love when light bulbs go off with people. So, that's a part of my pleasure in life. But you can't set out to be the switch of those light bulbs.
Whenever I do anything that somebody might see as trying to educate or trying to express a point of view or trying to influence somebody's thoughts or opinions, that's not really what's going on for me. What's really going on for me is that's the stuff that I like to be challenged. I like to have my assumptions questioned. I like to learn new things and hear new perspectives. So that's actually what I find most enjoyable in life, and that's all I'm trying to share with everybody else. So I think, as a comedian, the first and primary and most important, most significant thing is to give the audience some laughs and to have a good time. It's just how do I like to have a good time versus how does someone else like to have a good time. That's why there's so many different kinds of comedians and musicians and painters and singers and blah, blah, blah.
No, I got to do this cool thing. I went to this thing called the Reason Rally, and it's this. Yeah, the second year they did it, and it's it's 30,000 people at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington D.C. And there's all these different speakers all day long, and it's all about atheism and reason. And I got to perform comedy in front of it. And before I left, my friend goes to me, he goes, "Hey, dude, you're going to the Reason Rally? Whoa!" He's like, "You, an atheist comedian, performing atheist jokes in front of 30,000 atheists? Dude, when you come back, you're gonna be like a god in the atheist community." Like, dude, I already am like a god in the atheist community. None of them know I exist, and those that do don't give a shit about anything I have to say. So, mission accomplished.